on this computer, I think is what I do. Okay. So welcome everyone to our Dash to Director number 6 call, which is super exciting. This is the last full month of this set of Dash to Director. So definitely a push for all of you to hit director. You guys are all doing amazing. We will do the drawing we'll do the drawing the beginning of November for all of those cash prizes. So we'll talk a little bit about that at the end too. But I wanted to take this moment to introduce the beautiful Mariah Bakke. She is one of our Zaya execs. And she is here to talk about Discover Zaya and really just bringing people onto your team. So I am going to turn it over to her. And if you have questions, as always, put them in the chat and we will definitely answer those at the end. So if you're not muted, please do so. It will just help with background noise. So, all right, take it away.
Awesome. And yeah, sorry, I was looking at, if you can mute everybody, I don't know if some people even realize that they're on, if you just do like a mass mute, I don't know if you can do that as like the admin, but I just get super distracted really easy. I see your son's trying to help you out there.
Yeah, let me try. Where is that at, Mariah? Oh, mute all.
Yeah, mute all.
And then I'll unmute you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I am so excited to be on here, guys. There are a ton of you on here, and I know some of you are directors already, but hitting director or knowing how to hit director, getting your team to director is such a huge milestone for your business. Being a director means that you have a team, right? That you are a leader, that you have, you're getting to, you either have that 10,000 or you're striving for that 10,000. So it's making that shift from, okay, I'm doing this with myself, or I'm doing this with a few other ladies, to I'm really starting to lead a team. So I'm super excited to be on here and talk to you guys a little bit about recruiting, and then especially Discover, just because we found so much success with Discover, and it's been so much fun having new reps reach out to me, or having reps reach out to me and tell me they have new reps. But some of you guys might even be on here because of Discover, because you're a part of Discover, which is really cool that we're already starting to see people who are in Discover be at it and then jump in and start running their business. So welcome everybody. I wanted to start off, so I have a lot of notes, so I'm going to be a little all over the place, and I'm going to try to keep this short. But if you guys just take notes, follow along, you can ask questions at the end. So in my mind, when I think about recruiting, I think that there's four ways or 4 avenues to recruit. So the 4 things would be parties, your VIP group, cold messaging, and then your day-to-day life. So just to break those down, parties. So how you recruit in parties. For one, guys, always bring up the opportunity in your parties. So you're talking about, your outfits, your clothing, but also want to introduce yourself. Talk about, I've been a Zaya rep for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, whatever it is, kind of share why you like Zaya, why you're a rep. So, already you're connecting with people and why, so they know you're a rep and why you're passionate about the business. So always lead with passion, always lead with your heart, because that's why people are going to be attracted to the business. Some people might be attracted to it for financial reasons and see it as an opportunity that way, but they're going to listen to your excitement, and that's going to be the reason why you're going to have they're going to be intrigued, they're going to be interested, is because of your passion. So, story, work on your story, share it anytime you can. So parties is a great way to start, and that's, for everybody, your hostess and people in the party, they know who you are, why you're in Zaya. And obviously you guys know, I shouldn't say obviously because some people don't do this, but when you close a party, you always ask your hostess to use her rewards towards becoming a rep. There's different ways you can phrase it. So you can say, if you hit 200, do you want to use your $20 towards the starter kit, which is 5 items and a $100 gift card? Some people are like, well, what's the starter kit? That seems like a good deal. And you can say, well, you become a rep that way, whether you want to use it for the discount or if you want to run your business. Always tell them what their options are. Never just say, okay, it's time to check out. What items do you want? Don't do it. I know that it's easy to just skip it and say, oh gosh, I'm nervous. Like, she does not want to become a rep. And second guess it. It's not your responsibility to prejudge them. Always ask. All they say, most of the time, if they don't become a rep, they're just going to ignore that you even ask them. And they're going to be like, here are my items. So don't think, oh my gosh, this person thinks that I'm annoying by asking, them to become a rep. Just ask. They will either respond and say no and tell you why, but they also might say, hey, not right now. So then that is a person to put on your list. Make sure you guys are always keeping a list of potentials or maybes, because we'll talk about that later, how you funnel those people to discover. So parties, first way to find reps. Second is your VIP group. So all of you guys have a VIP group, whether you just started and had a launch party and transitioned that into your VIP group. Your VIP group are your core people, the people that support you day in, day out, love your outfits of the day, watch your clothing reviews. Your VIP group. So last month in September, I reached out to my top 20 VIPers and told them the starter kit deal. And I told them, you get an extra $100 this month if you join. And I said, hey, I just thought about you because I think you'd be a great rep. So go into your VIP group and send those messages. Even if they haven't said anything about wanting to become a rep, in your mind, you're like, you think that they would. So I just crafted the message. Again, guys, but it's your VIP group. Don't just send a standard message. This is a message that shows that you actually care, because these, again, are your people. So be like, hey, Jamie, I really thought about you when this new starter kit came out. It's $100 more this month. Let me know if you're interested. Literally, guys, almost every single one of them responded. And I even got, I had, most of them said, no, not right now. Thanks for thinking of me, which I'm like, you're welcome. But some of them were like, not right now, maybe in a few months. So they go on my maybe list. I had no idea. One of these girls who said that she might be interested, she didn't even mention it. And I just, thought about her. She had a great party. She became a part of my VIP. So just making those reach out. Your VIP is a great place, obviously, for consistent customers, but those are potential reps that are watching you run your business. And that's why it's important to show up on your VIP and to also share the opportunity in your VIP, and even post the discover image and be like, hey, we're going to talk about the opportunity in this group. No pressure. Mariah Bakke is just going to share her story. And you can say, whatever, she's got an interesting story, blah, 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 whatever you want to say about me or about Discover, you can. So again, VIP group, second place to look for reps. The third one is a little bit hard for some people. I would say most people, is cold messaging. And so that is when they're not part of your VIP group. So your VIP group is your warm market, right? Your VIP group are people who support you and know you do Zaya. They know what Zaya is. That's warm people. That's people that aren't really if you message them, it's not where the heck did she come from? They know what you're doing. The cold market is when this might be a Facebook friend that is, I don't know, that isn't part of your VIP group. And you message them and you say, hey, I've been doing you craft a message to them when they're not a part of your Zaya network. And that can be people on Facebook, that can be people on Instagram, that can be people that you just follow on Instagram. For me, there's this girl, a town away, and I always see her in activewear. She's super cute. She has this big social media presence. And I just sent her a message, and I was like, hey girl, I love your style. I don't know if you've ever heard of Zaya. And I see you wearing activewear. Like, let me know if you'd ever want to check it out. I'll give you 10% off your first order. Whatever it is that like you want to say to them. And again, you guys don't have to do all of these measures. I know cold messaging can be scary, but it's worth a shot. Okay. So it's worth a shot if you are like, my warm market is like, no one's fighting. You know, sometimes you really, really have to get outside of yourself. And honestly, guys, I'm pretty sure, and Jamie might know, but I think it was Chrissy who reached out to Ellie. She cold messaged Ellie, I think on Instagram. And that's how Ellie became a rep, because she got cold messaged by Christy and now by Chrissy, and now she has a huge team and she decided to jump. So you just never know. And if they don't respond, who cares, right? That's the biggest thing. And I'm going to tell you guys is in recruiting, in looking for reps, like just get used to hearing no. Just get used to not having people respond and not caring, you know, like obviously, you know, you want reps and you want people to join you, but when they don't respond, don't let it like personally affect you. You might be like, oh, that sucks. But then you move on to the next, go do something that makes you happy, go do something that cheers you up, whatever it is, you're getting outside of your comfort zone, which is huge. So then the fourth thing is your day-to-day life. So this is something that I know it's weird, right? Because we run a virtual business. So not a lot of people, like when I'm in a room of people, like they might not know what Zaya is. You know, I always tell people I'm a landscape architect and I have an activewear company. And they're like, activewear company, like what's that? And so like, I bring it up that way. I always am wearing Zaya. You know, when you're at a function with friends, when you're with family, guys, just bring it up. Whatever, like, again, when people ask me my profession, I always say both. Because I do both. And for you guys, I'm sure a lot of you work, you know, part-time, full-time. And so when people ask you what you do, bring it up. Tell them that you are a teacher and you sell activewear. Because then that way you can continue to talk about it. Don't be shy and be like, I can't tell them I sell activewear because I'm only a junior rep and that's not enough to know. Tell them at any given state, because that's where you get the questions. That's where you get people coming to you and asking you. So always be sporting it day to day, because I promise, like when I first started Zaya, sometimes I wouldn't wear it because I didn't have a ton of pieces. So I'd have like leggings on or a top on, and no matter what, if people knew I sold it, they always asked me what I was wearing. So you bet that if I'm wearing jeans, they know I'm not wearing Zaya. But besides that, everybody always asks me, what's that tank? What are those leggings? So in your day-to-day life, bring it up if someone asks you what you do. And again, friends, family, neighbors, whatever, people that you come into contact with, don't be afraid. Don't think it's weird. Like, oh, it's a network marketing thing. I can't tell people like what I do. Like they're going to judge me. Who cares? Okay. So you just get over it. Because again, it is when you're looking at building a team, you guys are all looking to go director. You're looking to build a business. You have to get over the fear of failure, right? You got to fail forward. You got to fail. But like, it's a good thing. You shouldn't look at failure as a negative thing. It's like this thing where like, when you fail, you learn. You're learning every single time. So, okay, here we go. Discover. So those are my 4 ways that I kind of have used to find reps. I have 23 level 1s. You know, going back to cold messaging, I think I do have 2 that I got from cold messaging. So there is something to be said. If that one scares you, maybe try it, see how it works for you, or bring it into your practice of recruiting, you know, every 6 months or so and send out those messages. So for all those 4 ways that, you know, you can find reps or even find people that could potentially be a rep, the maybes, right? So your maybes go, so you say, okay, I'll follow up with you in a few months, but can I add you to this Discover group? Discover, Mariah Bakke, again, she runs it. She puts up facts. They do lives twice a month now. And if you're looking for information about becoming a rep, can I put you in this group, right? So if they are a maybe, to ask them about if they would be okay with you adding them to Discover Zaya. So send them the link, make it super easy, guys. It's a group. So you can go to the top and you could say copy link, share link, put it in their messenger. All they have to do is accept it and they're in the group. So right now, guys, we have like over like 1,600 people in Discover Zaya, which is crazy. So I think there's almost 2,500 people on Connect, Uplift, Empower, and we have 1,600 in our Discover group. So we are adding there's a lot of reps in there, but there's a lot of potentials in there. And so even if you added them, a month ago, they're going to see the posts, the new starter kits, every single time they come out. And then they're going to have an opportunity to jump on live twice a month to hear my story. And then the second Wednesday, the third Wednesday, so the second live of every month will be a special guest who will jump on and share their story, like my mom and Christy did last month. So pretty much for Discover, let me see how I'm doing on time, 9:20. Okay, I'm doing good. So for Discover, it is just, I tell them my story, and then I go over the facts, like, what you need for commission, what you need to stay active, things like that, what the discount is, what the pillars are, what the community is like, right, guys? So to me, a big part, something that I push a lot in Discover is the community aspect. Like right now, we have 60 ladies on this call in this sense of community. So I think, people look at Zaya in, one light, but when they realize what the community is like, it's a whole other thing. So we go over the calls. We try to keep to 30 minutes. We leave space for questions at the end for the ladies. And usually, like on our last call with Christy, we had over 100 ladies on the call. And guys, so here is the kicker. Here's why Discover is successful, is because I could be talking to Jamie about Zaya and she's like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm kind of interested. All of a sudden Megan tells her story and it's like, boom, like she connected with Megan, she connected with a third party. And because some people might be a little hesitant, but then they hear this third party and they're like, oh, wow, like I said something or I did something that just clicked for them. And they decided to jump and they decided to say yes. So that is where we're seeing a lot of the success, is that people that are on the fence, jumping on, seeing the community, seeing the support, because you bet like while we're on there, the chat is just going, people are like cheering and it's like wild. And then, then every single time after our Discover call, I get messages about people joining, being like, thank you for this call. I've decided to jump. I'll have people even message me. The potentials will message me and tell me they decided to join, which is crazy. And then I'll have reps message me and tell me, that they had people join, which I'm sure some of you, again, have been that rep, the person that decided to join, or have had people join because of Discover. So it's just a really cool tool. It really helps with, keeping ladies interested, having somewhere for them to ask questions. It's a safe place. Like we're not like pressure. You don't have to join. You don't have to say yes that night. It's just a space for them to consistently see what Zaya is about. So let's see here. All right, I'm almost done. So if you guys have any questions, think about them because I have like just one last part. And I already, talked about this, is when you're talking about, joining Zaya, just lead with, passion, lead with your heart. Whenever you're reaching out to people, craft a message that feels right to you, even if it's a cold message. If it feels right to you and they don't respond, guys, it's not on you. Like, don't think that you did something wrong. They just decided they weren't going to respond or it wasn't for them. And don't let people bring you down in this, okay? Because recruiting and building a team is difficult, right? You can host parties, and hosting parties can be difficult to find hostesses, but getting a rep can be, a struggle at first. So just realize that you have to, again, like I said, fail forward, allow yourself to be okay with hearing the no's, but then just keep going, because I promise you, people will start saying yes. And once you start building that team, and once you guys are on the way to director, once you have 2, 3, 4 women, that's when you have your own sense of community. And that's where the fun starts to happen. Okay. Okay, so pretty much the only thing I have left is that we have a Discover call tomorrow. So our Discover call is at 7:30 Central and then 8:30 Eastern. Again, it's only half an hour, so y'all can jump on if you've never been on one, invite people. We used to be able to do giveaways. We don't do giveaways, but we ask questions. We try to get people engaged. We try to have fun with it. So that call will be tomorrow. But that is pretty much all I have for you guys. And then this call will be on the Connect page so that you guys can rewatch it or share it with your team, whatever you want to do. It will be available on Connect. So I'll see in the chat if anybody, yes, yeah. Melanie said she doesn't get offended when someone says no. Right. And that's hard, guys. At first, when you hear no and when you get rejection, it is difficult. But remember, why you're here. And again, I told you, when you start to have that team on your way to director, a lot shifts, right? You go from just being a rep to one person as a junior rep, 2 senior rep, 3, 4, 5 director. It's a big shift. And not only do you have to change your mindset when you're running for director, but you have to be feeding into your team along the way, because you want to be uplifting them and empowering them to be running along with you. Because at the end of the day, as you're running for director, that is the best feeling, to have your ladies hitting junior rep, senior rep, and you guys are advancing together and growing together. So that is really all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, I just think internally they're lost. Very true, Sherry. Very true.
Yeah, that was really good. I love all of those tips. And I love the Discover Zaya page. I add people to that all the time. And then once I add them, I tag them on the latest live in case they couldn't catch the live. But one thing I will say, something I do for my hostesses is before the party even starts, I give them the option of becoming a rep. So I just simply say hey, Mariah, your party starts next week. I'm super excited. Once I get the party page set up, I will let you know, and you can do your welcome and start inviting. But I always also throw this out there because I want to be fair to all of my hostesses. If you have ever thought about becoming a Zaya rep or have any interest, let me know, because we could make this your launch party and you would get the hostess rewards and the commissions. So you're planting that seed up front. And I have had several, I probably had 4 or 5 reps that ended up either joining right away or starting their party, and you've planted that seed. So as the party's going, they're thinking about it. And then a couple of days into the party, I'll say, hey, did you think, if they really didn't answer me, have you thought about becoming a rep? Do you have any interest? I could add you to a page where you could get a lot more information. And then I will add them to the Discover Zaya page. So that's another option.
Yeah, talk about getting outside of your comfort zone. That's are you interested right off the bat, which I think is awesome. Like you said, you're planting the seed. So at least all of a sudden, if their party starts going awesome, they're like, well, maybe I could do this, maybe you know, these people do support me. And so, like you said, instead of putting it at the very end, you know, they're already thinking about like cashing in their rewards. Well, put it in the beginning, like you said, planting the seed early. I like that.
Well, and a lot of I mean, so many people never have thought about it. So then you're giving that, you know, like I said, planting that seed, but also I word it so that they know that I want to make sure and give you this option because you could get, if you're at all interested, the Hostess Rewards plus commission.
Yeah.
So that's different. But, and then I always offer it at the end too, of course, but. Yeah.
And like, and I think it does come down to wording, like how you address it. It's not like, again, like you're not being pushy. You're saying here, these are your options. Like,
right.
Like I'm not trying to hide anything from you. You could earn 20 to 28% on all these sales.
Right.
If you're interested whatsoever. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, every single hostess, I give them the option up front for sure. Yeah. So, all right, does anyone have any other questions for Mariah or Robin? Did you have anything to add?
No, I just thought it was so good. Thank you so much, Mariah, for all your tips and pointers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, of course.
Yes, so good. And yes, if you guys are not part of the Discover Zaya page, you need to join it. So good. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, we are going to do the drawing for the incentive from last month, which we're excited to do that. That was anyone that achieved the 2 by 2,000. And we have 3 $150 Zaya gift certificates for that. But I wanted to real quickly just let you guys know what the incentive is for October. So for October, anyone, and this is for the entire month from the 1st of October through the 31st, anyone that does the 3 by 2,500. So sponsors 3 new reps onto their team and does a volume of 2,500 PV. By the end of the month, we'll get put into a drawing. And we just really love the $150 Zaya gift certificate idea. So we're going to give away 3 more of those at the end of October. And again, you guys, this is the last month for the Dash to Director to push for director. Anyone that has achieved director from July through the end of October will be put into a drawing for some cash giveaways. And they're a $1,500 giveaway. And Robin, correct me, I don't have these in front of me if I'm wrong, but $1,500 cash giveaway, $1,000 cash giveaway, and 2 $500 cash giveaways, correct? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm super, super pumped. So you guys can do this. Get with your sponsor, map it out. You guys, I'm so sorry. I have to be in my kitchen, so there's a lot going on at my house. But so get with your sponsor, map your road to director out, okay? Or contact Robin or Megan or myself, and we can help you as well. So yes, very excited about that. Okay, so let's do this drawing. 3 $150 gift certificates. So the first one goes to, we had a lot of names. You guys are doing so awesome. This is so much fun. Okay, first one. Okay, I'm just gonna first preface this. Megan sent me a bunch of names and I cannot read her handwriting. She totally gets that from her grandma. So if I do not say your name correctly, it's Megan's fault, that one. Okay, Jill, I know this one. Jill Kraus, you are the first winner. Yes, $150. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, second winner. Okay, they're all in here. Dana McCabe, I even see you're on here. Congratulations, Dana McCabe is the second winner, and the third is, sorry, Sarah Erickson. So Sarah Erickson is is the third. Hold on. Guys, I'm so sorry. Robin, I'm gonna mute. You go.
I love it. Congratulations, Jill, Dana, and Sarah. So awesome. I'm really actually jealous. So I think we're going to just wrap it up, you guys. This was a great call. Again, thank you, Mariah. Remember the new incentive? It actually is all month long. So if you've already started that PV, you've already added that rep, she is one of your 3. This 3 by $2,500 is the whole month of October. So I think that's it, you guys. So again, thank you all for hopping on. Go for that big cash, Christmas cash at the end of the month. You can do it.
Yes. One more thing. Liz Shover will be on next week to talk about maintaining the director status. So excited to hear from her. All right. Congratulations to the winners. And yeah, let's do this. Thanks, Mariah, so much. It was great.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thanks all.
Thank you.